Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
Welcome to day 21 of 30 days of AL, and today we are going to look at page background tasks. They can help improve on speed, and anything that touches on speed is something that I'm always interested in. So it only applies to Business Central 2019, Release Wave 2, and later. It has reminded me of the concept of threads in programming. So you're creating a child session that runs processes from a code unit in the background. So it's like we are creating a thread because this is a multi-thread operation between the parent and child sessions. Let's look at a thread for a moment. It's defined as the execution path of a program. So which path is the program taking while executing? Each thread defines a unique flow of control. If your application involves complicated and time-consuming operations, then it is often helpful to set different execution paths or threads, with each thread performing a particular job. So it's like setting a thread in as much as we can only run 5-page background tasks at a time. So here it's like saying, for this particular functionality that takes a lot of time to load, let me give it a different execution path. Let me give it a different execution path than the normal path that the user uses, so that you can save the resources for the user to be able to work intuitively without interruption, without feeling that there is a lag in loading the page. And especially these fact boxes, some of them contains flow fields that are doing really heavy processes, and or maybe calculations that they are going to get information from different heavy tables. We can really make use of page background tasks in our execution. So when I look at page background tasks and the ability to run long processes asynchronously in the background, my mind is always on the fact boxes that need to be re-executed over and over again. So what are the characteristics? So it does read-only operations. You cannot write, so it's only for reading, remember? Um, and it runs on the same Business Central server instance as the parent session. So you're not creating like another instance of Business Central. That's why it's not even affecting the license, not counted in the license calculation. So the other thing is the parameters are passed to and returned from page background tasks. Tasks are in the form of dictionary. So you can only use a dictionary to pass parameters. But a dictionary is so flexible, and it's a dictionary of string or text. Calls open company and executes its own transaction. It runs as a separate transaction. That's why we are saying we are giving the program a different execution path. We are giving the program a different path to flow. So the callback triggers can't execute UI operations except notifications and control updates. So mostly you can only pass notifications to the page background tasks. You can send them my notification, may say a message of updation, like you have updated it. If the calling page or session closes or the current record is changed, the background task is cancelled. So it only operates on the current record or the current page that is open. So once you close it, you terminate it or you cancel it. It has a default and minimum timeout which cancels the task automatically. So after the timeout has passed, if your task is taking too long, it will cancel automatically. You can even set that particular default path, default timeout. Doesn't insert session records, so it will not affect your current active session table. It will not add any session. It will just use on the parent session because it runs isolated. Um, Apart from the completion and error triggers, it can't call back the parent session. Only maybe the completion and errors are the ones that can be called in the parent session. But you can specify if you want to skip the errors or not. Um, So it's executed synchronously, and then a limit of the number of background tasks per session. If there are more tasks than the threshold specified per session, then the requests are queued. Yeah, we say it's 5, but you can be able to set it in the administration. You can be able to alter the number of page background tasks that you would like. Executed synchronously from web services, not counted as part of license calculation. So we have started with the theory part of these page background tasks. It's good to understand the theory to visualize what is happening in behind the scenes as you are creating a page background task. Remember, let me repeat, we are creating a different execution path for our program. So in day 22, we'll now trigger or initiate, okay, let's say we'll queue the page background task. So see you in day 22 of 30 days of AL.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.